Hello everyone, and it's time for some more Star Trek Online. So we're starting with the episode of Revelations.
A Federation starship on a research mission for the Alliance, the USS Callisto, has sent out a general distress signal. Intelligence needs you to find them. If they were preyed upon by one of the more aggressive species here in the Delta Quadrant, we need to know who it was. And if they stumbled onto something one of those species didn't want us to find, well then it's even more imperative we find that ship and its crew.
Understood, Commander. Hello, Batman. How's it going? Nice. Chilling with some alcohol, perhaps? You know, alcohol's the cure-all. No alcohol. What fun is that? Ah, you don't have money. Understandable. I'm just glad I have an essential job. Jeez, what engine am I running? That's why. Tier 8. I wonder why I'm so slow. USS Prussian's Glory. You only have $1? A whole dollar? Damn. No, like Admiral sensors aren't rating any life signs on the wreckage. The Callisto had a crew complement of 350. Unfortunate. Can we identify who attacked her? Admiral, we have an incoming message. It's from the outpost station. Let's hear what they have to say.
This is 7 of 9, part of a Federation research team assigned to the USS Callisto. My team and I were investigating this outpost when the defense systems activated and destroyed the ship.
7, this is Admiral Ashley Merwin of the USS Pink Latex Catsuit. We responded as soon as we could.
I am aware of your service record. Thank you for responding to our request for assistance. I was able to deactivate the outpost's defenses, but the system sent out an automated distress signal upon shutdown. It is logical to assume that someone will be arriving to investigate. Please transport my team and me to your ship. I will be of more assistance to you there.
They have a lot to explain. Batman, how is the stream running? Is it laggy a little bit? Oh, that's alright there, Batman. Playing football.
Long-range sensors are picking up inbound energy signatures. Voth ships. They must lay claim to this system.
Indeed.
Attention, trespassing endotherms. You are trespassing in Voth-aligned space. Surrender now, and we will allow you to live out the remainder of your lives on a prison world.
We will not be made into your prisoners.
Alien vessel, you have violated a Voth facility and will be...
Where are they going? It's not like the Voth to leave a battle they would have clearly won.
That is odd. Admiral, we're receiving a distress call from the Two-Ray homeworld. On screen.
This is a general distress signal for any ships in range. This is the Two-Ray homeworld. We are under attack by an unknown force of immense power. We require immediate assistance.
Who exactly are the Two-Ray?
The Two-Ray are a spacefaring culture that Voyager encountered in 2376. They claim ownership over the underspace, which are corridors through subspace that significantly shorten travel times here in the Delta Quadrant. Command has been attempting to contact them, without success. Access to the underspace would be a distinct advantage for our fleets.
37 to 21. Let's hope you have the 37 there, Batman. Do you think the Voth are the ones who attacked the Two-Ray? They left so quickly.
That is one possibility. To my knowledge, the Voth and Two-Ray are not enemies. However, there is still much we do not know about the Delta Quadrant.
Perhaps a show of good faith would be in order. Course lighting for the Two-Ray homeworld. Are ready to leave on your orders. Maximum warp.
We have arrived in the Two-Ray system. The Voth ships are in combat, but they are not engaging Two-Ray vessels. Their opposition does not conform to any known ship in the database.
Whatever they are, they're packing quite a punch. WU stands are the technology exceptional, even the Borg do not have ships such as these. One ship's broken off and is moving in our direction. Well, let's deal with them. The Voth ships are falling, getting lesser damage to the planet's surface. Function of attack.
The Voth and whomever they are fighting are speaking on an open channel. We can listen to their communications.
Make it so.
Your defense of the Teray thieves will be your undoing.
The Teray and Voth have a long-standing allegiance. The Teray's exothermic nature makes them superior to the other feeble races of the Quadrant.
Then you will be loyal to the death.
They're not even attempting to negotiate.
The surface of the Teray homeworld is being devastated by the debris from the Voth vessels. The Teray do have a defense network of satellites and shields that is capable of protecting them, but the control network is offline. This was intentional. Their attackers deliberately targeted the area during the initial assault. There is a secondary command center on the outskirts of one of their major settlements. If we transport directly there, we will be able to restore the control network. The invaders attacked this facility, but they did not do significant structural damage. They were, however, able to take down the control network controlling the orbital defense grid. That defense grid is the only thing capable of stopping all of the debris from the battle in orbit from raining down on the planet. Small pieces will burn up in the atmosphere, and your ship's weapons can deal with some others, but a significant percentage will get through. Until that grid is operational, there will be widespread devastation.
Yes, let's make this happen.
There was
Some
a
call for
firefight
help.
here. One of the Teray is injured, but his condition is stable. He may be able to give us more information about the invaders.
Good, we'll help him. Maybe he can answer some questions.
Thank you. My name is Bellis. You're from the Romulan Republic, right?
Yes, we'd like to know what happened here.
The ships emerged from the underspace, and they were too close for our defense grid to stop the launch of drop pods. In minutes, they had knocked out the grid controls, and we were defenseless. We barely had time to transmit a distress signal.
Who are the attackers? We couldn't identify the ships.
The attackers were Vodwar. Voyager did indeed interact with one of our corridors, but instead of deleting the info as we requested and going on their way, they revived our greatest enemy. All of this destruction, every death, it's all Voyager's fault.
Vodwar?
Impossible. It cannot be the Vodwar. I would know.
Vodwar are important. Completing our mission here is.
My analysis remains unchanged. We need to restore functionality to the defense grid. There are 4 nodes located on the edge of this complex. We must restart these nodes and realign them to the central tower to re-establish the grid.
Sounds good. Keep an eye out for any Vodwar. They won't like what we're trying to do.
I'll go to the central tower and start the initialization sequence.
I blame myself for the Vodwar's return. It was a door best left unopened. Complete these steps in the correct order. First, you must launch the startup sequencers.
Launch startup.
Next, you must update the defense protocols.
Defense.
Finally, you must establish the satellite up. Uplink established. When we first rescued the Vaudois, we thought we could be allies.
Come on, 7.
Analysis complete. Perform these steps in the correct order. First, you must launch the startup sequencers.
Startup.
Next, you must update.
Defense,
Finally, you must
and
align. Defense node online.
A lot of loot here.
Whatever happens here, we must inform our superiors about the Vaudois threat. I have completed my analysis. Complete the following steps in the correct order.
Go on.
First, you must access the AI subroutines.
AI.
Next, you must charge the capacitive relays.
Capacitive
Finally, you
and
must
main.
align. Uplink reinitialized. When Admiral Tuvok asked me to leave my post at the Daystrom Institute to assist the Callisto, we had to ally ourselves with the Teray to escape the Vaudois. My analysis of this node is complete. First, you must access the AI subroute. Next, you must reinitialize the connect. Finally, you must... Connection reestablished.
Romulan! I need assistance at the central tower!
On my way.
Your team did an excellent job. Your team did an excellent job getting the defense nodes back online and realigned to the central hub here. The restart process will take some time, but the defense grid will be active in about 2 minutes. We'd be in good shape if the Vaadwaur hadn't launched more assault pods. These are mobile transporter pads used to bring more troops to the surface rapidly. I assume they're coming to stop us from restoring the defense grid.
We need to hold them off until the defense grid has completed the restart sequence.
The Teray took control of underspace after the Vaadwaur were defeated. Clearly, the Vaadwaur object. Vaadwaur reinforcements approaching. The Vaadwaur are relentless. Probability of our survival is slim. The Vaadwaur are tenacious fighters. We must be more so.
This up forever!
What is that?
Viking damage detected.
So much loot to grab. I have received a message from the Pink Lake Catsuit. Vodwire are retreating to underspace. Even with the defense grid online, the Touré couldn't have defeated them. Why leave before they finished the fight? Odd.
It is not odd. Voth reinforcements have entered orbit. These Vodwire do not want to do battle with an obviously superior force.
Really? I seem to remember the Vodwire tearing your ships apart.
While we did sustain great losses, we have made good on our agreement with the Touré. Bellas, we have restored your defense grid.
7 and I restored the defense grid, you mean?
I'm not interested in petty squabbling about who did what. The grid is restored and we are safe. That's all that matters.
I apologize, Bellas. Admiral, the USS Voyager has entered orbit. Admiral Tuvok is requesting to beam down to your position. Permission granted.
Seven of 9.
Admiral?
We detected the destruction of the Callisto. What?
It was your fault! Your ship invaded the Voth outpost! You woke the Vodwire!
Vodwire. Interesting. Starfleet intelligence did not consider them a threat. We believed their numbers were few and their technology outdated.
Then you were wrong! The Vodwire have returned, and no one is safe.
I see. 7. Voyager could use your expertise again. Will you return to the ship?
That would be acceptable.
Very well. We will take the other survivors from the Callisto as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Voyager, 2 to beam up.
Sarah and I has safely arrived on Voyager, and Vodwire threat on the ground here is over. Voth Commander has indicated his forces will deal with any remaining hostiles. We are cleared to return to the Pink Latex Catsuit on your command. Let's beam up.
Thank you for assisting 7 and lending aid to the Touré. However, the discovery that our old foes, the Vodwire, have made such a leap in technology and are now threatening the entire quadrant is troubling.
I agree.
Thank you. Without your help, my team and I may have been killed by the Voth. Now, however, I must turn my attention to the Vodwire. I am responsible for their return. I must assist in their defeat.
Good luck, 7. Stay safe out there.
I've read Admiral Janeway's mission logs from Voyager. It would be troublesome enough to have the Vodwire return in force. They're an aggressive and difficult species, but if they have technology and forces that can defeat the Voth, this does not bode well.
Agreed.
Not all the experiences of the USS Voyager crew in the Delta Quadrant were positive. Captain Janeway made some tough decisions to get her crew home. And more than one species felt like they'd had a run-in with a supernova after she'd been through their space. These ill feelings have festered for decades, and they haven't aged well. We need to do what we can to assuage them.
Okay, how far are we? Not too far. What happened here, Captain?
Hostiles dropped out of warp and attacked without warning. Their ships were fast and powerful, far beyond our capabilities. They disabled us and left shortly thereafter. Curiously, one of them communicated to us. He said scavengers would come to pick apart our ships. As we are defenseless, that was an unsettling statement. Can you help us?
We'll do what we can to help, Captain. Pink latex catsuit out.
This is Cooperative Cube 1138. We are here to help.
Sir, ship's warp core is about to breach. An explosion imminent. I'm not sure if we can beam off the crew all in time. Direct power from the shields and transporters. Grab all that you can. Ship has been inundated with radiogenic particles, possibly from passing too close to a dark matter cluster. It is overcharging their warp core and irradiating the crew. Modify a probe to generate a dampening field. We'll evacuate while there is a gap in the radiogenic phase variance.
Thank you for coming. Our situation is quite dire. Life support is failing ship-wide, and so is artificial gravity. We're unable to conduct repairs at this time. Can you provide assistance?
Let's get your life support fixed. With that done, your crew should be able to handle everything else.
Thank you. We'll make our way to a base.
Clean up this techno-organic trash. Open fire.
inferior? I don't think so.
Thank you for your timely assistance. The Cooperative appreciates your efforts. We can take charge of those you have rescued and transport them to friendly territory.
Acknowledge. We'll rendezvous with you for transport.
Tracking a large force incoming. Preparing defense stations.
Have our thanks. Were it not for you and your crew, none of us would have survived.
Let us know if you hear rumors of any further evolved advances or strikes. Admiral rescue ship from the Cooperative has taken the injured and escaped crew aboard. We are clear to leave on your orders. Let's go.
Are you familiar with Voyager's emergency medical hologram? He's quite unique, even for an old EMH Mark I. Now he holds rank in Starfleet in his own right. We've received a message that the Doctor requires assistance to deal with the medical situation on an Ocampa freighter in the Shenda system. He is currently en route in one of Voyager's shuttles. Normally I would send a medical vessel, but we have seen a spike in Vaadwaur attacks, and I want to make sure he has all the resources he will need. Could you go to the Shenda system and assist the Doctor?
Why, of course. We have arrived in the Shenda system, Captain. The distress signal is coming from the transport dead ahead. But we received no response to our hails. I'll keep trying. Perhaps our guest knows more. The emergency medical hologram, known as the Doctor, is on the nearby shuttle and awaiting our hail. Take us to the Doctor's shuttle. Meanwhile, we'll pop out some fires. Because you never know with Vaadwaur.
Pleased to meet you. I scanned your service record before your arrival. You've been in quite a few battles, haven't you? Ever stop to think about the strain you're putting on your medical crew before you charge into combat? Of course you don't. No captain ever does.
Nice to meet you too, Doctor.
We've been hailing this Ocampan freighter for some time, but we're not getting a response, and our sensors cannot penetrate their shields. Their initial distress signals indicated that they were suffering from Paraniste measles. I can treat it easily, if I can get onto the ship. Now that your ship is here, it should be trivial to board the vessel and assess the situation. Transport me aboard your vessel, and then my shuttle can return to Voyager.
Prepare for transport.
Excellent. Your ship has more powerful sensors than my shuttle.
Hold your fire. I am Gaul, leader of the Vaadwaur. Greetings. I am Gaul, leader of the Vaadwaur Supremacy. I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. This action was not authorized.
I am Admiral Ashton Merwin of the Pink Latex Catsuit.
I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. Would you be willing to meet with me face to face?
Yes, but I have found such talks are best on neutral grounds.
That is understandable. Do you have a location in mind? There are not many areas of the Delta Quadrant where my people are not reviled.
I might know a place. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Oh, what a wonderful surprise! Is there anything I can do for you?
Hello, Neelix. We need a neutral place for a diplomatic negotiation with the Vaadwaur, and I was wondering if you could help.
Diplomatic negotiations? I am Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. I would be more than happy to offer my services as mediator. As for the location, Dexa and most of our people are on New Talax now, but we still have the asteroid base in the Intaba system. It's mostly empty now, just a few cleanup crews, and the Kazon have been leaving it alone. It would be perfect.
Thank you. Your assistance is greatly appreciated.
Well, did you find a suitable location for our meeting?
There's an asteroid base in the Intaba system that the Talaxians have been using.
Talaxians? Are there still Talaxian communities? How odd. This site is agreeable. Send my ship the coordinates and I will meet you there.
Coordinates sent. We'll talk there.
I'm contacting the closest medical ship. They can investigate this further while we meet with Gaul.
Excellent idea, Doctor. We've set course for the Intaba system as soon as you're ready. Yes, I'm ready. Let's see what Gaul has to talk about. We've arrived in the Intaba system. Gaul's ship is already there and is transported down to the base.
Imagine using a medical emergency as a trap. The Vaadwaur have no shame. I don't trust Gaul. He betrayed us on Vaadwaur Prime. He'll do it again.
It's good to see you again so soon. If I might make a suggestion, I would recommend only bringing 2 crew members with your away team. Gaul brought 4 aides. You'll have the doctor and myself, and bringing more of your crew down might look like you're trying to get an advantage on him. Gaul seems very touchy. Proper protocol will be important. Are you ready to beam down?
Yes, I am. Should have checked on that earlier.
It's so good to see... Doctor, it's been 30 years! You haven't aged a day!
Yes, it's good to see you too, Neelix.
We have a bit of time before we'll begin. We're giving the Vaudwar a fine Talaxian feast to help ease the tension. Doctor, you must tell me all you've been up to.
Oh, Neelix, I couldn't. Not with the Vaudwar here. But I suppose it is important that you hear about my many achievements since our last meeting.
Oh, boy.
And my brilliant research was able to prove conclusively. Thus, I began my grand adventure into the challenge of writing Klingon opera.
Well, Brax and I agreed to never mention the incident again. Well, at least not to Dexa.
Neelix, the Vaudwar have finished the appetizers and are waiting for you.
Oh, well, we had better get going. We can talk more later. Do you remember Chef Jolax from the last time you were here? He's the one that has been serving the Vaudwar their fabulous appetizers. Full bellies make for good conversation, I always say. He told me that Gaul is a little grumpy, but I'm sure you can handle him. Gaul is in the command room now, waiting for us. Jolax should be back soon to take everyone's orders for the main course.
Thank you, Neelix. Let's go speak with Gaul.
Ah, at last. I must say your Talaxian friends are quite hospitable. But down to business. Our meeting is long overdue.
Indeed, it's time to settle our differences.
As do I. My people are damaged, in crisis. We are already at war with the Cabali, and with you, giving your alliances support for them.
Now let us try to find an accord that benefits us both.
Do you know why we fight the Cabali? Their world was once a Vaudwar colony, one of our largest. And there is still a large cache of stasis tubes on the planet. Those are my brothers and sisters being held hostage. The Cabali are stealing them, taking their very identities and transforming them.
They won't return the remaining tubes?
The Cabali would rather watch us die and use our corpses as fuel for their unnatural corruption. Is it wrong to fight against your own extinction? Don't we have a right to survive as well?
There must be a way we can end this peacefully. The war will scar the quadrant for decades to come.
There can be no peace. Not after what they've done. Are you suggesting we are weak? That we should just lay down and die for them? No, we will not.
No, but destroying the Cabali isn't right either. There are greater threats in the galaxy we must face.
Do not try to pacify me. We will have our retribution. You have my offer. Abandon your alliance with the Cabali and support us, and we will be your strongest ally in the quadrant.
I'm not here to start a war with the Cabali.
Peace. You know nothing of what it means to be Vaudwar. You need to understand.
What do you mean?
The Vaudwar have endured too much to make peace. Do you expect us to forget the destruction of our cities? The massacres of our people?
The food's almost ready. What would you all like for your main course?
You need to understand even the smallest fraction of our anger.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Does that make you angry, Talaxian?
No, it makes me sad. For Jolax. And for you.
Then we are not done.
What the? Huh? Oh no.
Admiral, the entire Vaudouar fleet is opening fire on the remaining Talaxian ships. We sent out distress signals to every ship in range. We'll do what we can to protect the Talaxians, but we can't hold out against this many ships. What happened? Explain the situation. That is horrible. Do you think Gaul had any intention of negotiating on good faith, or was this all an act? We're giving Talaxians all the time we can to escape. But it's not looking good up here, sir. Some of the Vaudouar have already broken off to pursue them. Your orders. I need a tactical strike team at my location immediately. I have to drop shields to transport or launch a shuttle, sir. If I do that, I'll lose the ship. I'll have to find some way to help you until things change. Until things are under control up here. Anything we do is going to be risky. I need a scan of the base, how many Talaxians are still alive. Scans show 2 large groups of Talaxians in the storage room and logistics area, sir. They have the doors blocked, but there are Vaudouar trying to get in both locations. Doesn't look good, Captain. I'm afraid you'll have time to rescue one group. Good luck, sir. Fight on behalf of the Romulan people. I shall see you soon.
Time only to save one group? I do not envy your choice. I would go with you, but I cannot leave Neelix alone, and time is of the essence. I'm afraid you'll have to go on without us.
Very well, we'll make sure to get Neelix.
No, I'm going. I can't sit by and let the Vaudouar kill my friends. I won't be a burden. I promise. I have to do this.
Stay close to me, Neelix, and I'll ensure your safety.
How do we choose who to save?
I'm going to the closest door.
We've saved the hostages, but they may be safer here. What about the people in logistics?
Check to see if any Talaxians survive. Ask the
Doctor, you have to save them. These are my friends.
They are beyond my help now, Neelix. I'm sorry.
Then we can still save the others. We have to get to the shuttle in the cargo bay.
On our way. shocking, isn't it?
I've sent a signal to the remaining Talaxians to join us here as soon as possible. More Vodwar on the way! Defend the shuttle! More on the way. If I weren't a hologram, I'd be worried. A large number of Vodwar are closing in. I'm afraid they may be too much for you to handle.
The Teray are here to assist. After this, our debt to you is repaid.
That's timely. Here come the Vodwar.
The Vodwar have been repelled. I would have words with you before you continue.
Understood.
Our help does not mean we are now allies. We are repaying a debt. Our ships are currently engaging the Vodwar fleet. It is unsafe for this shuttle to launch until they are defeated. We will return to our ships. I suggest you do the same. We will provide cover for your ship so it may drop shields to transport you.
We appreciate the help, Commander.
I knew this meeting was a farce. The word Vodwar means fool in ancient Talaxian. Did you know that? You thought me a fool who would swallow your insults without comment. A fool who would blunder into the trap you set with the Teray. I am not.
You are the one who did this, Gaul, not me.
This has destroyed any chance of an accord between us. How disappointing. I had thought you would be a valuable ally. Now you are just another victim.
We did everything we could to make peace with you, Gaul. You are the one who destroyed it. And he runs off at the tower.
Voyager is here. We will not allow the Vodwar to escape.
Excellent news, Admiral.
You came to our aid when the
Not yet.
You came to our aid when the Vaadwaur attacked our homeworld. Now we have come to assist you. This discharges our obligation.
Thank you for your assistance. Perhaps we can be allies someday.
How could they do something so horrible? We're no threat to them. We've done nothing but welcome them. And he killed my friends just to make a statement. I don't understand how anyone would be so callous.
They will be avenged.
I don't blame you. I agreed to let the Vaadwaur come here. I put my people in danger. This is my responsibility. I just never conceived that even the Vaadwaur could be so treacherous. They double-crossed us on Voyager and tried to take the ship, but slaughtering innocent people. My time on Voyager changed me. I saw the best that people could be. I forgot, or wanted to forget, how evil they could be.
Neelix, I promise you, Gaul will face justice for what he's done.
With your permission, I'll lead the survivors back to New Talax. Then we can return with a security force to collect the dead.
Farewell, Neelix.
I've been in contact with the USS Blackwell. They boarded the freighter in the Shenda system, but it was empty. It was all a ruse by the Vaadwaur to lure us into that system. Everything was part of this play Gaul wanted to perform, from the initial distress call to his intervention and offer to negotiate. And then he used a massacre to set his stage. That's the kind of man he is, and unless he's stopped, the entire quadrant may fall.
Let us hope it does not come to that, Doctor.
Gaul has shown his true nature. I expected he was not dealing in good faith. But nevertheless, we had to make an attempt to find a peaceful solution to our problems with the Vaadwaur. Now the war will continue. I grieve for all who have been lost, and for those who will fall before this conflict ends.
We had to try, Admiral.
Senseless, meaningless death. I'll never understand. I hope Neelix and his people will be able to find some peace, and that Gaul will answer for his crimes. And I hope our paths cross again, perhaps under better circumstances next time. With your permission, I'll return to Voyager.
Permission granted. Farewell, Doctor. It's been an honor. Talaxian base is safe for now, and surviving Talaxians are making way to New Talax. Shall we depart? Yes.
Gaul's actions were unconscionable. A senseless slaughter simply to make a point. And he wanted your sympathy? It's clear from your reports that he had no intention of making peace, and that he would have twisted anything you said to meet his own agenda. He's a warmonger, one that must be stopped. Peace with the Vaadwaur will not be attained through Gaul, but we'll keep looking for another way. Perhaps there's someone else out there who will be more reasonable.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Vaadwaur have increased their efforts to control the Delta Quadrant. We're going to have to work fast if we want to keep them in check. We've marked several systems that have had particularly high activities in them of late. We'll need you to patrol those systems and give aid to whomever you find. Hopefully we can gain more allies and find out exactly what the Vaadwaur are planning.
Good to see you. Let's get to work. The Malon once used this system as a dump site. However, the radiation levels have been dropping. We investigated and found that the Vaudoir had chased the Malon away. Our intelligence indicates the Vaudoir are expecting us to deploy surveillance beacons into the area, which is why we have done just that.
Go on.
We've learned they plan to ambush us when we retrieve the data from the beacons. When that happens, they'll go from hunter to prey. The beacons are now, in essence, Vaudoir bait.
What's your plan?
We will counterattack the Vaudoir, disable one of their ships, and recover the intel data from their systems. We will then analyze the data to determine their recent movements and objectives.
What are you looking for?
We want to locate one of their main bases. So far, we've had little luck in finding where they hole up when they're not on the attack. This should change that. Time's a factor here. Let's get to work and scan the beacons. We wouldn't want to disappoint the Vaudoir, now would we?
Helm, set course for the first beacon.
Coming here was foolish. Now suffer the fate of all fools.
The ship is disabled. Time to acquire their data. We have the data. Stand jumper. Aim jumper. The legendary Vaudoir paranoia. We should expect heightened resistance as we move forward.
Did you find what you needed?
Initial analysis of the data we acquired from them isn't turning up much. I'm afraid we caught a small fish this time. Let's continue, shall we? I look forward to seeing what swims up to nibble at our bait next time.
Indeed. Helm, take us to the next beacon.
You're not leaving here alive.
Excellent work. Let's see what's in this ship's database. Another successful day at the pond. Let's see what secrets our latest catch has to share with us.
Standing by.
Ah, our fish has swum through many waters indeed. I think we have something here. The ship's been to a couple of systems often. One system comes up more than the other. That's probably where their base is, but we need to be sure. I'm afraid we need to do some more fishing.
Understood, let's head to the next beacon.
Fire at will! Destroy the intruder!
appears the Vodwar aren't amused by our angling efforts. We may be wearing out our welcome here.
Did you find what you needed?
I'm afraid not. This vessel was assigned a patrol in another sector, and came in response to a distress beacon from earlier. It hasn't been to either of the systems we're looking at as a potential base location. It's risky, but I'm willing to cast my line one more time. Will you join me?
I think it's worth the risk. Let's go find the final beacon.
There's no time for formalities. A large Vodwar strike force is en route to this position at high warp. I doubt they're coming to exchange pleasantries.
Yes, Commander, we're expecting them.
Expecting? We'll continue this conversation soon. For the moment, I suggest you prepare for the fight of your life.
Acknowledged, Commander. Pink latex catsuit out.
Your time has passed. The Delta Quadrant is ours.
Let's do what must be done here. Now then, let's discuss what's going on here. Judging by the company you're keeping, I guess it involves some unorthodox operations. What mischief has Sub-Commander Sahen dragged you into? And how can I extract you from it?
We're looking for...
Commander Jirok. So glad you could join our little fishing trip today. Our mischief is an operation aimed at discovering the location of a hidden Vodwar base. We were hoping to glean that data from one of the Vodwar ships we lured here. But, as you can see, they were quite indisposed. Permanently so, in point of fact.
We've narrowed our search down to 2 systems.
I see. Vodwar activity in this region is a growing concern. Finding this base is a worthy objective. How can I be of assistance?
Join the search. Investigate one of the locations we've discovered.
Very well. We'll set course for the first location on your list.
Good hunting, Commander.
Don't mind Commander Jirok. She and I have a personal disagreement from another lifetime. Not the cleanest ending to this operation, But Jirak can see what the Vodwar are up to in one system, while I take a look at the other.
Sounds like you'll find... Seems likely you'll find something. One of you will find something. Wow.
Yes. Well, between us, I hope she finds nothing but an old toothless Vodwar merchant selling fat tribbles and fake Tranya.
Best of luck with that.
I'll take all the luck I can get. Comes in handy in my line of work. Thanks again for your help. Perhaps you and I can go fishing again sometime. Until then, may the elements watch over you.
Jolan true. Alright, this will be the last mission in the stream. Not sure if I said that last time or not.
I'm Logan Curtis of the Borg Cooperative. My vessel has taken heavy damage in battle, and several critical systems are on the verge of failure. Any assistance you can provide will be greatly appreciated. I realize you may not have reason to trust us, but I assure you, we are not your enemy. Assimilation is not our goal.
Hello, Jack. Helm plot a course for the cooperative ship.
Thank you for the aid. The Cooperative has tried to seek peace with Species 6339, but to no effect. They do not see that although we are Borg, we are free of the Collective's influence, and wish no harm to others.
What happened here? I am well, Jack. How about you?
Species 6339 ambushed us in this system. My vessel was equipped to deal with such a threat, but then the Vodwar happened upon our conflict. And the Vodwar see everyone as a target. They open fire on all of us. Now there are damaged ships on both sides. We would aid Species 6339 and show them we are not their enemy. But we will need your help.
I understand what it's like, to have many enemies. We will assist you.
We shall follow your lead.
Stay away from us. I want nothing to do with Borg collaborators. If you want to help, destroy those drones. If you're not willing to do that, then go and leave us in peace. We will do what must be done.
The Cooperative are here to help. They wish to negotiate a truce.
Peace? Our species was nearly wiped out by the Borg, and now they seek peace? There is no peace with a drone. The will of the Collective remains in all of them, even if they claim to be free of it. Destroy them, and then we will talk to you about peace.
That's not going to happen. We're not interested in peace. We are interested in peace between all parties here.
Incoming Vodwar!
Yeah, I can understand that, Jack. I'm trying not to be sick either.
More Vodwar are warping to our location.
With the help of another follower, I'll try and
Saved us?
work on it.
You and the Cooperative helped us? Perhaps we were wrong. If the Cooperative is willing to fight against such odds, the Borg brought my people to the brink of extinction. Now the Vaudouar are determined to finish us. If the Cooperative wants to unite against them, then our survival is more important than the past.
I'm glad we have come to an agreement. What else do you need from us?
We will require your assistance to recover our other ships in the area. Then we can make a stand against the Vaudouar.
Everyone needs allies. We will assist you.
We shall follow you to recover our allies. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you for the unexpected aid.
You're welcome.
We need to recover one more ship. It should be close. It's a trap. The Vaudouar will be here at any moment. You must retreat.
The Cooperative will not leave you defenseless. Let's finish this.
Agreed.
Thank you for your assistance. It will take some work, but my people must see that these Borg were victims of the Collective, just as we were. If we hope to have any chance of rebuilding the Octanti civilization, we will need allies. And those alliances can only flourish once the Vaadwaur are defeated.
If there are more Octanti like you, I know your people will survive.
I believe we have taken an important step toward a truce with Species 6-3... with the Octanti. I think we have more in common than we realize. I'm not reading any Vaadwaur craft on sensors. We'll handle things from here. Thank you once again for your assistance. The Cooperative will remember your goodwill, and I suspect the Octanti will as well.
Thank you, Ensign Curtis. I finally reached Tier 6 on this ship. Well, that was the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for showing up, and I will talk to you next time.